What's up, y'all? Today we're taking a look at a video from The Desirable Truth on YouTube. Love his videos. Check him out. I'll link to him down below. You can get his videos about my commentary. But this one is decoding the modern female psyche in dating in Miami, Florida, which, by the way, is kind of a crazy place. Let's dive into it and see what happens here.
No.
So you're in a relationship?
Yes.
How long?
A month and a half.
Brand
But
new.
We've been talking for like a while. It's pretty serious.
What made you commit to a relationship as opposed to staying single?
So I normally was like always a single girl, right? But this person has like so much of the qualities that I aspire to be. And sometimes when you meet someone, like nothing happens for chance. And if you meet someone that has a lot of the qualities, sometimes it's worth sacrificing like being single and having the single life for that person. And that's how I feel for this person.
Let me point something out real quick, which she touched on that is something that a lot of guys miss on this. And she said that he has a lot of qualities that I aspire and admire. If you can, if you are able to have a woman admire you and aspire to be like you and your qualities, she will love you, bro. She will love you. Women are attracted to that. So do what you got to do to get your shit in order so that a woman will admire and inspire to be like you. She will be head over heels in love for you.
So if he said to you, baby, no more girls' nights out at the club, you'd be willing to compromise on that for him?
He's already said that, and I've already compromised for that. Yes.
No, why didn't you fight?
She did that because she admired and respects him. It's huge. And even like a couple ladies in chat already saying that. Becca said agreed 100%.
Him on it or push him and say, no, I still want to go out to the club with my girls and dance?
I did question him, but it's also like, what am I gonna get at the club that I can't have like at a restaurant or at like a bar with my girls?
She gets
you
it.
know?
She gets it.
It's all about like kind of understanding like what goes down at the club. Like if I want to dance with my girls, like he's gonna let me go. But if I'm gonna go to a table with a guy that just wants me there because he's trying to rizz me up, like I'm not gonna be naive about it, you know?
What else do you feel like you gave up by getting into a relationship?
You know, I can't go to like frat parties and stuff, but like obviously, I mean, I just think that oh God, these are like such pressing questions. I just feel like if it's something that you actually care about, you have to compromise. Like nothing in life comes easy, right? You have to always give something up to get something else.
She gets it.
You want to be successful, you have to give up your time, you have to give up other things in order to work for that. And so it's the same with relationships.
She's on the path to being a wife. She gets it, bro. She gets it.
To live a single life, live a single life. But if you want to be in a relationship, then you have to put in the work for that.
Damn, she cooked.
Do you feel like dating is more?
She cooked. We just opened up this episode and that young lady is cooking.
More challenging as a black woman than it would to be any woman of a lighter skin tone?
Nope. Because I get Caucasian men, I get Asian men, I get African American men, I get all types of different ethnic groups that's willing to take care of me and be my significant other or a husband or boyfriend, but I don't condone to it because I know what I want. I know what I was raised to accept, and I have not met that guy yet.
I do think in this society sometimes it does present a little bit of challenges. I haven't had many because I have had a very successful, very long marriage at a point, and
Wait, it fell apart?
I do, however, feel like I love black men. I just don't know if they love us all the time. And I do believe that there are some races or whatever, you know, damn. And just, I do believe that there are some people who,
Black men, you were saying?
Black men, I do believe treat other cultures a little bit differently. I don't know what it is, but I do believe sometimes that they are a little bit more gentle with other races of women.
Could it be
praise Caucasian women?
Could it be that black men who are probably raised by black women or who have dated black women feel that they tend to be more combative or masculine towards them?
Oh, that's a very
That's a good one.
European thing to say.
Oh!
I think a lot of times black men, to be honest with you, and this is not all black men, some black men I feel like don't have everything together. So a lot of times what I find is that men that are not on the same level as me are very intimidated by me. And it's not anything that I feel I am presenting. I'm talking about it now openly, but so many men have said, Jasmine, I'm not ready for you. I can't match what you're doing. I've never asked for that. I've only asked for a genuine person who has real love and is willing to love me outside of all the money.
That's fair.
But don't you feel like if you're the breadwinner in a relationship as a woman, you're going to expect your man to listen and to follow certain things that you want to do?
And listen, I need my man to be submissive. I need my man to be
A leader.
a leader.
Dominant?
Dominant. If you're not dominant, I don't want you.
As a single mom at 27, what's the hardest thing about dating?
I don't have a hard time at all. I feel like, time, actually, yes, time. Because I work a lot and then, you have to have the time to go out and date. So I think time is the hardest part.
What's your deciding factor as to even letting a guy take you out?
I have to like his personality, at least. Like,
Are you looking at his job, his profession, or where you meet him?
no, not at all.
I don't think that really comes into play until you actually start thinking beyond the initial, do I like him enough to hang out? Like him enough to hang out, you're just spending time together, you probably have sex here and there. And then once you start having that, then you start to think about, okay, I see the potential here. Let me start asking a little bit deeper stuff, because now you're trying to vet to see. And that's if they should say anyway, or you would hope anyway, that they say that they're open to something more. If they are, that's where I think that other stuff starts coming into the picture about, okay, what do you got going on? What are you doing? So, you just want to get a feel for what they're up to. And it goes both ways.
You could meet a man right now and then hit it off and he takes you out.
Yeah, why not? I'm single.
But when it comes on to him taking you seriously, do you think But when it comes on to him taking you seriously, how hard do you think it is for a man to, well, let me rephrase. But what do you think a man thinks when he finds out that you have a kid?
Honestly, I don't know what he thinks, but I don't think that should be like an issue, to be honest.
But when do you let a man know that you already have a child?
Right away. I don't think that should be hidden at all. I think it's important for him to decide as well if he wants to pursue me or not.
Okay. Do you still co-parent with your baby father?
Yes, I do.
Now, how would you want your future man's relationship to be with your baby father?
Good. Good. We're good. We're friends, so I would like that to be like, like a mutual thing with everyone.
And could you see yourself having more kids again in future?
Oh yes, for sure. I want a family.
If I was your man, how would you want me to lead you?
Obviously by being the leader, so I'm not really exactly sure how to answer that, but I want my man to have all the answers for everything. I want him to be more intelligent than me. I don't want to have to think about things. I want to think about the things that like a girl's supposed to do, like the feminine things, like can the kids have dessert? Like what time's their bedtime? Can they have a sleepover? Like stuff around the house, laundry, keeping the house clean. I don't want.
Look, she's not wrong. I'm only laughing just because of how she's talking about it. But like, I get it, and she's essentially saying here it's a very gender role thing. Man takes care of providing, and I want to take care of like home stuff. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm always a proponent of whatever works for the individual couple. Make it work. Whether you're gonna run a traditional home, you both have your roles. Which, by the way, I think roles in general are a part of our existence, and we're trying to fight it in society this way. It's breaking norms, breaking roles. For what? They've worked. Sure, we could tweak things out a little bit here and there, but I think they generally work. We complement each other, men and women. We complement each other in relationships. We bring various different things to the table, if you will, in terms of our strengths and weaknesses. And to me, it works best when you bring what your strengths are and complement each other versus trying to swap everything. That's just me, but ultimately it should be about however you work on that relationship for the two that are involved, you know.
Want to like have to have the answers for like the masculine problems.
So if you tell me you're hungry, I should already have 5 different places ready for you to go.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be cooking for you every night and stuff. But if we're going out on a date to a restaurant, like, yeah, I want you to plan it. You know, I don't want to be like, I hate when a guy is like, where do you want to go? It's like, no, you do it. You plan it. You're the leader.
Now, how often would you expect me to give you flowers and surprise presents?
I wouldn't expect it, but it is nice. I mean, I like to give blowjobs. I think you should like to give me flowers. It might have to do with the ratio of how many blowjobs he gets. So I should get him a lot, to be honest.
What?
Some girls maybe they shouldn't, but.
What's your age?
Yo, she just openly said that. It's crazy, but hey, she's real. I respect it. I'll give her one of these.
How old am I? 44.
Are you single?
Yes.
How long now?
How long have I been single? 5 years.
So what's it like going back into the world now as a single woman?
It's fucking crazy.
What makes you say that?
Because people, well, men are, there's a lot of liars. There's a lot of lying.
So is it the same amount that when you were younger?
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. Because, like, most of the good people or
Words
the
to
good
live
guys
by.
are, like, taken and gone. So now you have to filter through the leftovers.
Well,
Not the leftovers.
so do you feel like as you age as a woman, it becomes harder just to find a man to settle down with you?
Wait. Let me jump in on this because I don't think that this is necessarily only a woman thing, although I do think it is harder for women. But I think just as a matter of fact, for both men and women, as you get older, it's hard, period, because guess what? We get set in our ways. The older we get and the longer we've been single, we get set in our ways, right? Like, I want to do things a certain way. I want to lay out in bed, sprawl out. Like, I don't have to like necessarily rechange. Now I got to have a little portion of the bed. Or if I like to have the sink a certain way and then I don't want hairs all over the place, or you get what I'm trying to say here. We all get set in our ways. And that is, in my opinion, where it gets to be very challenging, on top of just trying to find someone else that is, that you feel is, meets your criteria, whatever it may be, to even begin to talk to and all that stuff. I think the biggest hindrance is we get set in our ways. We get set in our routines. We get set in the things that we want to have. Imagine being single for a decade and then like you're 50 trying to go like find someone at 50. Like, bro, like you probably both got homes. You know what I'm saying? These are what the two gifted, my man. Boom. Imagine trying to date at 50. You both got homes. What are you gonna do? When y'all gonna sell to move in with the other one and like restart everything and relearn everything? It's a big. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's a big challenge to overcome your systems that you have in place. You know, the things that you do, being set in your ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of men do you think are going for you?
Definitely younger guys want like a sugar mama. That's definitely happening.
What?
There's older guys that want, what's the word, like a trophy? That's happening too. And then there's kind of, I think,
Wait, wouldn't older guys that want trophies get them younger? That I don't know what that was about.
a lack of guys in my age group. Sorry.
What kind?
It's all like the divorcees, sort of.
But the guys you're going for now, what age range are they in?
Well, that's the thing. The guys that I go for now aren't necessarily looking for an age range, I guess. They're more, the guys that I would go for are just people that are like down to earth and real and not like, there's a lot of, can I swear, like fuck boys. There's a lot of fuck boy stuff and there's a lot of like superficial, like hookup stuff.
So you don't care about. So your goal now isn't to just find a hookup. You want something serious.
She's definitely still hooking up, but she's hooking up to pass the time until she finds something. Let's keep it a buck, man. Exactly.
I would say neither. I'm not looking for a hookup or something serious. I'm just looking for something honest.
How jealous do you want your man to be?
Not that jealous, but he was pretty jealous.
So what does not that jealous look like to you?
So, okay, so
Look
to
at the
me, it's
kick.com
like
ad.
my work involves a lot of men, a lot of people that I have to interact with and talk to.
She a
and,
bottle girl or a stripper?
I want a boyfriend that is okay with that, but also is not okay with me just like going crazy and like going out to clubs or tables, you know? I think there's like a happy medium.
Should you be able to have guy friends and text them and call them on FaceTime if you want to?
Yes.
What?
Because I'm okay with him doing it. I'm also okay with him going to parties and stuff. So I have this saying, like, if there's a horse and you put it in a fence, then you own it, right? Like it's in the fence, it stays in the fence. But let's say you have a horse and you let it run free and it comes back to you, then it's yours. And that's how I see relationships. It's like, I don't want to ever control someone to have to be with me, to force them to only like me. I want someone that can be free but chooses to be with me. And I expect the same.
By the way, that horse reference kind of trash. If she wanted to use a good one, she should use the one DMX said. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be yours. If not, it was never yours.
As women in your 30s who are single, do you think that that's a red flag for you?
Absolutely not.
For me, no, because I've been married before.
And why isn't it a red flag for you?
Why is it or why is it not?
Why isn't it?
It's not a red flag at all. I'm still out here venturing, and I want my significant other to be for me.
Do you want to have kids at some point?
Absolutely, I do. But I don't want to have a baby dad, and I want to make sure my father figure is everything that my birth father was not.
But at 34, you don't feel any pressure?
Tick, tick, tock,
Or like
tick,
you're on a
tock,
biological
tick,
clock?
tock,
Nope,
ticky,
Why
tock.
not?
because I'm not. My eggs are still running.
Okay. And how do you feel being...
Children, though.
Exactly, you didn't even ask that.
Well, do you?
I do.
Not even want children. Some women don't even want children anymore because the men are no longer, some men are no longer stand-up men the way that they were when our fathers were coming up.
So you jumped the gun already because we African American women?
How long was your marriage?
10 years,
And how long ago did it end?
3 years ago.
Did you initiate the divorce or did he?
He did. She did.
It was mutual, but I initiated.
Exactly. It's not mutual when you initiate.
Now, why do you think that 10-year marriage came to an end?
We got married very young. We were military folks, away from family. I think you need a lot more support when you're young. I think that unfortunately we did not have the tools. We didn't know how to communicate properly with each other. We didn't know what we needed, ourselves. So I think when you are very young, you are just in love and you don't have the tools to make a relationship work. You don't even know who you are yourself. So how can you be a supportive partner or a great partner to someone else?
But if it's...
I'm a little tipsy, y'all. I wish I could phrase that differently.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, what are your expectations being newly single 3 years? Well, but what are your expectations being newly single now?
I don't consider myself newly single anymore because I think I've done a lot of work on myself and I've taken the time to heal and figure out who I am and what I want. My expectations is really just to have a partner who is genuine, right? Like I live in Miami. There's not a lot of genuine guys. A lot of guys try to buy me with their money. I just buy me with who you are as a person. Be a good person, be a genuine person, be a stand-up person. Be there, be supportive. And I think my expectation is just to be yourself, be a good human being. There's not a lot of that left, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll give her that, man. That goes a long way, and I think that's one of the areas that most men can capitalize off in the dating market pool, man. Is just be authentic, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to put on a show who you're not. Win them over with your personality, and sometimes you got to work on your personality. You got a dry ass personality, or whatever. You got to work on something. You got to get some kind of tool set within you to use to get a woman to kind of fall for you. You know what I'm saying? Charisma, being funny, or you can demonstrate that through your success and what you got going on. There's different ways you can go about this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
As a single mom at 27, let's say I was your man. What would I need to pay for?
I mean, I don't think you would need to pay for anything. I wouldn't see it that way. I think we can both contribute to building a life together.
Now, let's say I wanted to go to McDonald's and you had your kid with you. Would I be expected to pay for the two of you or just you?
Oh no, just me. That's my baby. That's my responsibility. I wouldn't. I mean, if he wants to do that, it's fine. But I don't expect
It's
you.
not the expectation. Even if we've been dating for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
So you're not gonna feel any type of way if I'm like, okay, let's get me a meal, you a meal, but you can pay for your kids?
Yeah, no, I don't mind.
You imagine going on a date, all right? Oh yeah, what you want? You want some steak? Oh, I got you. I'm gonna get the steak and lobster too. What about little Brian? Fuck little Brian. Tell his daddy to cash out you some money for his food. Let's enjoy our dinner.
That because that's why she has her father, you know, to be able to contribute. And then, you know, like I said, if he wants to do that, then that's fine. Thank you, I appreciate it. But if not, then that's fine as well.
Would I need to provide anything for your child at all, or?
No, just kind of be there. Just be there for us, both of us.
If a man is providing for you financially and doing everything to support you, do you feel like that means he should get sex whenever he wants it?
Yeah.
Even if you're tired, you've had a long day of work.
I mean, there's like, obviously, if you're just like, there's certain things, it's like, I'm not saying women should be like slaves to their man sexually, but yes.
Of course.
It's like the least you can do if he's like providing for you. It's not that hard to give blowjobs and sex if he is literally the leader of your family and giving you
I like her
a
attitude.
nice home and like everything you have.
Exactly.
When you
See, boys, when you do the right things, it should be on demand. Be like, baby, you know, give it a bat signal. Get sloppy toppy. You know what I'm saying?
go to dinner with your man, do you let him order for you or do you order for yourself?
I order for myself. I eat what I want. I do what I want. The food thing is like, no. He cannot tell me what to eat. Like,
And
what?
why is that such? And why are you so adamant about that?
Because there's certain levels to it. Like,
First
yes,
time I watched
he
the
can be
Shammy
like
Rolla, yeah.
my person and like be my man, but like at the same time, like I'm a person.
You don't think he's less manly for letting you order for yourself?
No, I think that shows more of his manliness.
Do you think he should let you pick where to eat?
Yeah. Yes.
So he'll be like, hey baby, what do you want to eat tonight?
Yeah, and I'll be like, McDonald's.
And then you go to McDonald's and you do it.
Yeah.
And it could be like that every time and you wouldn't care.
Yeah. No. I think it takes, okay, so it's like this thing where guys think they're alpha male if they like underestimate women, but I think it shows, oh, I'm talking crazy.
Do you have any guy
I don't think the food thing is an issue, man. Just let her pick where she wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Women really like that. So, but then let's be honest too. We already know, fellas, you've been in a situation. What do you got a taste for? I don't know. I saw the funniest TikTok too, by the way, where a guy's like, fellas, you're in a situation where you ask a girl what she wants to eat. She doesn't, and she says, I don't know. He's like, I got the resolution, right? So I'm watching, I'm captivated, like, oh, I want to know what the hell he's gonna do. So he's like, watch this. So he gets in the car, or his girl gets in the car, in another clip, and he's like, babe, and she's like, what? She's like, man, you will never believe what I got a taste for. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. And she's like, oh, tacos? He's like, yeah, tacos. I was like, oh, bro, he fucking cracked the code. That's genius. You lie to them, make them think that you already got something planned. Like you got a taste for something. Oh, babe, you know what I'm gonna get tonight for dinner. It's gonna be so good. I've been craving it. And then you throw it to them to fill in the blank, and subconsciously it comes out of their mouth, and they say what they're thinking about, like, oh, ribs or whatever. Oh, it's genius. It's genius. I really wish I had that video and I could share with y'all, but I just basically gave you the game plan. Now go out there into the world, boys, and utilize it. All right. No more, babe, what are you hungry for? I don't know. And now she's like, what do you want to eat? And you're like, no, I don't know. Well, what do you want to eat? Well, I don't know. It's a weird situation. Before you know it, it's 3 hours after the fact and you're both starving and hangry at each other. You don't want to be in that situation. Trust me. Use the thing that I just shared with you, that guy did in the TikTok. You're good to go.
friends?
I do.
if we were dating and they wanted to spend time with you one-on-one, how would you react?
So honestly, I wouldn't know how to react because. So wait, your question is, listen, if me and you were friends and I had guy friends.
No, if you and I were dating and you had guy friends and they wanted to hang out with you one-on-one.
Okay, so a lot of the guys that I date with do not condone me having guy friends, but unfortunately, because I'm single and no one has asked me for marriage, I'm gonna continue to have guy friends. I'd rather guy friends than female friends.
So you're saying
why is that? There's something to this, and it's a lot of women feel like this too, that they rather have male friends around than other females. And I get it, because women can be catty, conniving towards each other, low-key hating each other. I know why already, right? This is like a rhetorical, I know why. But there's also a part of it too where the women that want more male friends is because they're trying to extract all the benefits out of the man without giving up anything in return, right? They get all the benefits of boyfriend without the boyfriend, or without having to do the things that come with being a girlfriend, mainly giving up ass, or as in the white girl said, giving blowjobs. So they get the male presence, they get probably the benefits of, you going out with a friend, he's probably more than likely gonna be like, don't trip, I got you today, don't even trip, I got you for the meal, don't worry about it. So you get like those little benefits, it all adds up. If your tire gets blown out at 3 a.m. leaving the club, you probably gonna call your male friend to come and help you out. He's doing boyfriend shit without getting any boyfriend benefits, which is why I say, fellas, I just don't believe in fucking platonic relationships. I think it's a bullshit.
That you're married until you're single, so you're saying that you're single until married?
Absolutely.
Even if we were boyfriend girlfriend?
Absolutely.
So if I said, yo, my boundary is no hanging out, going to dinner with this random dude or with this dude who I don't know.
As a girlfriend, you don't have that ability to tell me.
Ask
what
her
I
the
can
inverse.
and cannot do
Flip it.
because there's no ring on
You
my
got to flip it
finger,
around and
and
ask her.
because
See if she feels the same way.
There's someone out there that's going to give me the full throttle of what I want. I believe that.
But if we're together, why would you want to break that?
So let me reverse the question, right? So we're
Damn, she just turned over and that profile is mean. Oh shit.
together, right? And you have a fan base of female friends, right? Will you hang out with them?
Not if it's something you didn't like.
Okay, so I like your thought process. A lot of guys won't think like that.
When do you start to resent a man?
When he lies and he doesn't come through with what he says he's gonna do. That's when I start resenting.
So give me an example.
That's most women, fellas. If you say you're gonna do something, you make sure you follow through. Because if you do that enough times, it's gonna turn her off. That I will tell you that most women feel the same way. If you say you're gonna do something, you don't do it. You only got a certain amount of mess ups doing that before she starts getting turned off, bro. Emotionally. Next thing you know, she off to the next.
Example of how that's happened before in the past.
I don't know. It could be anything. It can be like, oh, I was gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then it just never happened. It's like, why even say it? Don't say it if you're not gonna do it.
So anything a man says, he's expected to follow through with it.
Most of the time.
Are women? Well, do you feel like women tend to be held to the same standard?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if you say you're gonna do something, then might as well at least try to do it.
But you never really hear the term, a woman of her word. It's usually a man of their word.
Yeah, I know, but I think it should go both ways.
So that's the latest video from my man, The Undesirable Truth. Overall, I'm actually surprised to see that there was a good level of like level-headedness from some of the women that are on here in their viewpoints of how to treat a man in relationships, things that they would do. Overall, I would give it a W in that regard. Hopefully you learned a little something there, shared a couple of things from my perspective on it that hopefully will help you in your dating experiences, how you can attract and hold down, and keep that woman's attention and stuff like that. Because A lot of young men these days simply are struggling with that, man. The data and the research continues to show that, and a growing trend. There's another video we'll look at maybe next week where there's a growing trend of women choosing not to have babies, and the huge impact of what that can mean for us as a species and as society itself is pretty startling. But we'll dive into that in a future video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. All right.